like I could go for 10 more.
Hi guys, how are you?
Good,
Thank you. How are you?
I think, sorry.
No, go for it.
The characters, I think, the characters and the depth that they're allowed to go to, that the actors are given the space to explore them and find the connections between each other. I think the location as well, and I think we were really lucky to have the location that we did. I think the ship has like a huge presence in the story and really elevates it. So yeah, I guess those elements I hope are present, because that's what I'd look for.
I think for me in a thriller, I love silence. I love a lot of quiet. I don't like a big score that leads me into how I'm feeling. And the one thing I loved about the show is there are times of you just hear footsteps or you just hear the ship. So on a ship, there is no silence, it's loud. And so the silence on a ship is just a constant noise. And I think that pressure, that consistency sort of, it just starts to buzz and it starts to, so yeah, definitely the sound for me. And I think, yeah, I really like that about our show. So I think it's good.
I think the environment, if you take a bunch of people, very flawed, dysfunctional, with issues between them, things that are buried, things that aren't said, and you put them in a very, very isolated situation, isolated place, and things start to go wrong. I think those are good components for a thriller. Yeah. Series 1 had the Antarctica, Series 2 had the Pacific Ocean, Point Nemo. So, and then you have a bunch of characters that you, on the surface, think you know, and then as time progresses and the stress factor rises, and things start to go wrong, people die, then true character comes out, true nature comes out, and it's not always pretty.
Of the character?
Of next to us.
Yeah.
So you do my character, I do your character, you do Maggie.
Okay, cool.
The strongest element,
Go on, John.
greatest weakness from that character.
You go first about Maggie.
Determination. That's a strength, isn't it? Single-mindedness, intelligence. Those are 3. I'm giving you 3 because one's not enough. One's like a board game. And then a weakness, that she doesn't like me.
Right?
Very Arthur.
Yeah.
Arthur would fucking say that. About Rachel, very intelligent, very compassionate, brave. I think her weakness is slight naivety about how twisted people can be, and so trusting, which can be good and bad. So I think slightly overly trusting, which I think can only be expected of somebody who's not been in that situation before and who isn't that kind of person. So yeah.
I think Arthur, like his strengths, I mean, he's charming, I would say. I think, and I don't mean that in a positive sense. He's convincing. He's again persistent. I would match their strengths, persistence. And then I think with weakness, I honestly think Arthur's weakness is that he hasn't quite decided he's going to have any weaknesses. And I think he's got lots, but his actual weakness is that he thinks he doesn't have any. And that's where he starts to fall down, because he does.
That's like group therapy, isn't it?
Good, isn't it? That's getting it all out.
It's like group therapy post the head.
Wait, were we doing John or were we doing us?
No, we're doing John.
I know, I was going to say, move on to us. I want to know. What do you think of me, John?
That was a great question. It was great.
Okay, thanks so much.
Gracias.